everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brianna, and if you're not new, welcome back. Today's video is something that has been highly requested, and I am so excited to do it. So for today, we are actually going to be doing a Disney travel essentials video. There have been too many questions to count on what do you bring to Disney, how do you pack for Disney, what do you feel like you always need when you're in Disney. So today's video is going to go through all of my travel essentials that I bring with me every single time that I travel to Disney. Make sure if you have not already to hit that subscribe button down below, give this video a big thumbs up, and comment down below any of your favorites from this video that you're excited to buy, and or things that you travel to Disney with that I may not be, that I really should actually add to my collection. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about today that is an absolute must when you're traveling to Disney, or really anywhere, is my eTech City personal handheld scale. This thing is amazing because before we go to Disney, when we're coming home from Disney, it is such a nightmare to try to figure out exactly how much our luggage weighs. And basically what you do is you strap on this base right here onto your luggage, and you hold this in your hand. And when you hold it, your weight of your luggage will actually appear on here. Normally when you're traveling, your check bag needs to be under 50 pounds. So when Corey and I travel, we always make sure that we use this scale just to make sure that we know exactly how much our bag is. Another thing that I always travel to Disney with is just a little tiny jewelry organizer. This one I actually got at H&M, and this one on the inside I actually really like because there's two deeper kind of pockets, some area for rings and jewelry, and a little bit of space up here. It's really nice at night to just be able to put your jewelry back in here. You know exactly where it is. And if you're bringing a few different pieces of jewelry, it is nice to be able to have everything organized and in one spot so you don't lose it. The next thing that I always bring with me to Disney, and it's really more of a packing tip than necessarily something that I bring into the parks, but my packing cubes. I love packing with packing cubes. So I actually got this set of 6 on Amazon, and I really like them. I think it helps me try to organize my outfits a lot better. Just helps me make sure that I'm not overpacking a ridiculous amount. And another thing that we always bring with us when we go to Disney is a hat. So whatever that might be, baseball hat, snapback, really anything, is Corey and I are always bringing hats to Disney because during the day it can get extremely hot and your face definitely will need some shelter from the sun. And secondly, when you're sitting at the pool, you might want your face to have a break, which is really nice. The next essential when traveling to Disney is, of course, because you cannot go without bringing your ears, so I always bring ears with me into the parks and I wear them. I probably bring anywhere from 3 to 4 pairs, normally a pair a day, or I'll rewear, different pairs during my entire trip. The one thing that I dislike about Disney ears though is they definitely do hurt your ears. Like after day 3, if I'm wearing the Shop Disney ones, they're really hard on the back of my ears and they do tend to hurt after a while. So that's normally when I'll switch to a baseball hat, but can't go to Disney without bringing your mouse ears. The next Disney travel essential is a claw clip of really any kind. So I actually get these claw clips on Amazon. I can have them linked below. By far the best hair clips that I use. They hold all of my hair. They're wonderful if you don't feel like throwing your hair up in a ponytail and having it hurt. The claw clips just really tie it all back, and they are really cute, really comfortable. They are this matte finish, so they're really comfortable and they're really soft. Definitely high quality. My next Disney travel essential is sunscreen. We always bring 2 different kinds of sunscreens. The first is a very high, more so SPF, like for your face sunscreen. And then specifically for me, because I do get pretty tan in the summer, I have a naturally darker complexion and the sun likes my skin, whereas the sun doesn't love Corey's skin. I actually use the Copper Tone Glow with Shimmer 15 SPF. I specifically love the glow screen. I think that it gives my body just a little bit of a shimmer, but I still put it all over my body so that I'm still protected from the sun. Corey does not use this. Corey uses just your standard sport sunscreen, 30 or 40 depending on what he feels like using that day. My next Disney travel essential is without a doubt hand sanitizer. So I bring hand sanitizer, wet wipes into the parks. I normally travel with the Bath & Body Works, like smaller hand sanitizers, just because they're easier to throw in my bag. My favorite is actually the Bath & Body Works sprays, because I can just like completely spray it all over my hands, rub it in together, and it's just easier. And then next is hand lotion. So when I'm using hand sanitizer, my skin can get extremely dry, and I do not like that feeling. I just bring a small little Bath & Body Works hand lotion with me into the parks. That way my hands aren't super dry, they're moisturized throughout the day. Next is my biggest Disney travel essential in the world. I don't even know where I heard this from, but it is my holy grail to this day, and it is moleskin. I will have this linked below. What moleskin is this really long, almost fabric-like material, and it is pretty thick. This is the adhesive side, this is not. Instead of taping a band-aid over that, if I had a blister on my heel, I would cut a square of this, adhere it to the back of my shoe, and then the blister would just be rubbing up against this really soft microfiber. I love it. You can cut it to any size that you need, and I cannot say enough about moleskin. If you're going to Disney World, get moleskin. With that being said, moleskin needs to be cut, so I do always bring just a little manicure set with me. I can link this as well. I also got it on Amazon, and it just has like your standard scissors, nail clippers, tweezers, a filer. I use the scissors to, of course, cut the moleskin, but it's just nice to have really any kind of these things that you need. A manicure set is just nice to have just in case you need it. Next is my medicine bag and the clear plastic bags themselves. First, we'll talk about the medicine inside the bag. So I bring with me to Disney almost every single thing that you could possibly need. Anything from having Tums in our bag, to having different emergency, to having shout wipes, to having Tylenol, to having NyQuil, DayQuil. So I just want to be prepared. You spend a lot of money on a Disney trip, especially a lot of time and effort. And if you get sick at any point in your trip, it is no good. I always just make sure that no matter what, Corey and I feel prepared for anything that could come our way. And then onto the bag themselves. So I got this set of bags on Amazon. They're all different sizes. These are 100% essential when I go to Disney. And I reach into our bag and I need something from the first aid kit, the medicine, the hand sanitizer, whatever that might be. I know for a fact that I can just see it. I don't need to dig around because it's at the bottom of the bag. This just makes my life so much easier, and they're waterproof. So what I do is I bring an extra bag, and if we're on a water ride or if it starts to rain, I'll throw my camera, my phone, any of our tech gear, portable chargers in one of the bags and just zip it closed just in case, God forbid, something happened where it got wet. The next Disney travel essential, in my opinion, is a little bit of a controversy, and I would love to know, comment down below if you agree that I think this is an essential or if you disagree and it is not. I think a magic band is 100% an essential when you're going to Disney World. The reason I think it's an essential is because this is just your key to everything. It is your key to your room, it's got your park tickets, it has your credit card or your debit card. They can scan this thing for just about anything and pull up all of your information. Just alone having your room key on here and your credit card is enough, and your park tickets. Like, I believe that a magic band is the most important thing to have on a Disney vacation, and they make a good keepsake. You also can pre-order these. Magic bands used to be free, they are no longer. I think that you can get these bands, I think they were $10 a piece. I, again, think a Disney magic band is just the most important thing that you can get for your Disney vacation. My next essential is my Mickey ring light. So this has to be one of the best things that I have ever purchased and brought to Disney. When you are in the park, it's night, it's dark, you can't get the best selfies or the best photos with your family. You put this on the front of your phone and you click the little button in the back and it just lights up, and it means that you can take much better photos when you're in the parks because this is lit and your camera makes it better. And this is 100% a Disney travel essential to me, and I will not go on another trip without this. Next Disney travel essential, depending on your weather, is a fan. So these are definitely pretty heavy duty. Corey and I got these for our trip in May. We did not need them for our trip in December. It was about 80 and I just didn't think a fan was necessary. But in May, on one of our hottest days, it was about 91, and these were so nice to have. There is on the side here a little charger so that you actually can charge these. You don't need to put in new batteries. Having a fan when it is extremely hot, almost unbearable, is such a nice addition. Next are my reusable straws, and this is actually a new travel essential that I've really gotten into in my last trip. So when Corey and I went to Disney in May, we didn't know that everything was paper straws, and so we had to just deal with it. However, Bethany Vinton, I can have her YouTube and her Instagram linked down below. She is the one that turned me on to using reusable straws in the parks, and I have 2 sets. I'll link them. They're both from Amazon. This blue one is a Frozen theme and the pink one is a Minnie Mouse theme. Going to Disney and having to use a paper straw is such a pain. They consistently disintegrate in your mouth and they are not fun. And I also put them in this reusable straw holder. They just go back in here once I've used them, and then every night before bed, I just rinse them with hot water. Reusable straws are a 100% Disney essential. Another Disney travel essential is liquid IV. And this is something that I just drink in my normal life every day. I drink a liquid IV and the strawberry flavor is my favorite. I really like having these in Disney, especially in the afternoon. You just pour it into a water bottle, shake it up, drink it. And I think that when you need to be hydrated when it's extremely hot out, making sure that you're as hydrated as possible is so important, because the weather in Florida can really skyrocket in temperature and you just want to make sure that you're overhydrated instead of being underhydrated. Another thing that I bring with us every single time that we travel to Disney is a portable charger. The portable charger that Corey and I have found is truly the best is our portable charger that comes in our away carry-ons. However, with that being said, I know that a lot of people rave about the fuel rods, so I can have some fuel rods linked below, but these fuel rods are little rods that are portable chargers that you can actually switch out in the parks. My last Disney travel essential is a resort mug, and I think that going to Disney and getting a resort mug is probably one of the best things that you can do. A resort mug is something that you can buy at your resort, and it is $19.99, and it is free refills for the entirety of your stay. And within the resort mug, you can put Gatorade, sodas, water, really whatever comes from the fountain machines that are within your resort, or just other resorts in general. For example, on our last trip in December, Corey and I got resort mugs and walked the beach and yacht club, and we filled our resort mugs 2 or 3 times because you can refill it at any resort. And this also works for coffee as well. So I think that for $19.99, also getting a souvenir little take-home mug if you're needing a little Disney magic on certain days, I think this is 100% worth it. That is going to conclude my Disney travel essentials for when Corey and I travel to Disney. So please make sure, if you have not already, that you hit that subscribe button down below, give this video a big thumbs up, and comment down below your favorite that you're looking to add to yours, or a favorite that you bring to Disney that's an essential that I actually don't use, because I'd love to find out some more. So thanks so much for being here, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye!